Hi everyone, LJ Aguinaga here with LJ Realties, and this week I'm going to talk to you about accountability. Accountability is super important. We've talked about mentors, we've talked about goal setting, but if you have nobody that's going to hold you accountable, you're not necessarily going to get to where you're looking to go. The first thing I like to recommend is find a coach, like we spoke about before, or find somebody, even if not a coach, that will hold you accountable. It can be a partner, a buddy, anything, okay? You just need to be speaking to somebody that's going to call you out on your BS and that will hold you accountable to the goals that you set. Now, it's super important that you set these goals because I find that a lot of times other people set goals for other people, and when you go down that road, well, you're not necessarily tied to these goals, you don't necessarily feel connected to them, they might not resonate with you, and because of that, you might not be giving it your all. But if you've taken the time to write down your goals and set what your expectations are of yourself, a lot of time we just need a bit of a kick in the behind in order to make sure that we get there. And that's where the accountability partner or coach steps in, okay? Now, how often should we be keeping track? Well, I meet with my brokers once a week to make sure that we are on track, to see where they're heading, to see what they want to be doing. And I speak to people weekly as well on my goals and where we're at. I check in on my goal list every single day to see what have I done and where am I heading and where do we need to be. I have trackers that really show a progression from year start to year end to where we at in percentage of the goal. Where's the year at so far? Are we ahead? Are we behind? What do we have to do to shift? Because by using all the tracking tools that we have, we can actually tell when we have an issue, when we're falling behind, and that just means that we have to correct course because it's very easy to fall off course when you're really focusing on everything that you're doing, okay? So because of this, accountability is super important. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy or crazy. It can be a 15-minute conversation with somebody just, hey, what did you do? Why didn't you do it? And what are you gonna do to fix this next time? And if you are on track and you're staying on track, then it's gonna be great. It's the same reason why people get trainers at a gym. It's not because you don't know how to do the exercises, it's because you need somebody there that's going to hold you accountable to show up and to actually execute what you want to do. Same thing with anything else in life. We usually are more likely to show up when somebody else is going to be there with us, or when we know somebody's going to ask us and put us on the hot seat of, hey, did you do this? Yes? Great. No, why not? What do we got to improve? What's not working? And then again, if you have to realign your goals, that's okay. That's totally normal. That's perfectly fine. However, you need somebody to tell you that, hey, you're lagging behind too much and we're going to have to pivot because this isn't going to work out and it's just going to frustrate yourself as well as this meeting every single time. That's my tips on accountability. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.